In Pennsylvania, it's basically Oz versus McCormick at this point, right? I mean, they're still kind of weighing in on that, waiting for, I guess they're doing the recount. They're waiting to see who wins on that, because that could have, every Senate seat counts. Every Senate seat is incredibly important. And I am not an Oz fan. I was kind of ambivalent about it, and I didn't really follow it. And then I started seeing articles about his past. He was very, very vociferously in favor of gun control. And this is a guy who wrote all these columns. We talked about this. He was getting paid for these columns up until like very recently too. So he was basically having these editorials co-written for him, ghost authored for him, you could say. And they were calling for New Zealand style gun control and all of this other stuff. And he didn't really have any problems with any of that until he started running for office, and he didn't object to any of them until someone brought it up online. And then and I got aggravated a lot of the conservative commentary, because I see all of these stupid nothing interviews with him done by these so-called conservative talking heads, and all of these people are throwing softballs. This is one of the things I cannot stand about either side, but I really get aggravated when it's the right. There are too few people that ask too hard questions, because everybody is so hard up for an invitation to a cocktail party to DC. And I'm not joking. Like, that you ought to see like some of the CPAC stuff. There's a reason why I don't like to go to the cocktail stuff, and I don't like to hang out in DC, because I cannot stand these redacted people. I cannot deal with the BS. I am an absolute bitch. I can't deal with it. I'm not there to make friends with anybody. These are people who are like supposed to work for us. Why do I want to go and be like all buddy with them? I'm not a lobbyist. Just do your damn job. I shouldn't have to go to DC and kiss your butt. I can't stand this. And there are so many people, and I know some of them are my friends, and I see what they do. They'll be hesitant to ask a tough question or to write a tough article, because they are terrified about not being invited to, that particular candidate, if that candidate is hosting something at Mar-a-Lago, because they want to be pictured by the pool. They want to be pictured in DC. They want to be pictured at this restaurant with this person. They don't want to lose the access. And there are a lot of people in the conservative sphere that back channel are really chummy with these people. And it's weird to me. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of considered a mean girl. Because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't do it. And I never have. I don't work as a consultant back channel. I don't do that with people. In fact, I get really infuriated about it when I'm asked. So that's one of the reasons why I have the rep I do, at least in certain circles, because I just don't do that stuff. And I'm like watching some of these interviews with these cats, and I'm like watching interviews with Oz. I'm thinking, why are you not asking him hard questions? You're not going to ask him about his previous support for quote unquote transgender care? You're not going to ask this guy why he supports red flag laws, or why he thinks that commonly owned semi-automatic rifles ought to be banned? Like, what award are you trying to get, Mr. or Ms. Congeniality? It's bizarre to me. And then these people call themselves thought leaders in the conservative sphere. It's weird. So you have Oz, who is this, he's pushing, he was pushing himself as like the 2A candidate, and he got Trump's endorsement. Like I said, I think some of the people advising Trump are Trump's Achilles heel. I really do. I think that they're trying to represent themselves as being super helpful, and they seem to have his intentions, his best intentions as their motivation, but it's weird. I don't know why anybody. I mean, and look, I don't know a lot about McCormick, and I don't really know a lot about Kathy Barnett either. I think some of the attacks on her were real weird. But Oz, dude, I mean, it's you're either are or you're not. So it's just odd. Anyway, so they're neck and neck. We don't know who's going to be. We really don't know who's going to be pulling out on that yet. So we'll see. We keep an eye on it.